Let me see. Okay, I wanted to ask you about this video. This is my favorite video of all time. So this video, it really motivated me, empowered me, and I think it did for a lot of people. So you probably know what I'm talking about. It's the Michael Jackson video. You had Magic, you had Eddie Murphy, you had so many beautiful, strong Black people representing African history, Egyptian history. Man, how did you even get into that video? If you could
It's
talk about that experience a little bit.
yeah, it's crazy because if there's ever a time you feel like you may have made it in your career, like that was probably the time. And so I found out about the audition like on a Wednesday, Thursday in New York, but the audition was in LA. I was a broke ass dancer. I had to beg my mom, like, Mom, please get me a plane ticket. Please. I'm telling you, I can book this. I just know I can. And thank God I had a parent who really, like, even till this day, she's scratching her head, like, how did this happen? But who supported like my dreams. And she was able to get me a ticket. And there was a bunch of us. There had to be about 15 to 20 of us New York dancers who found out at the last minute and were able to get to LA. And even though we had a relationship with Fatima, who choreographed, she couldn't make any promises because the director obviously has the last say. John Singleton, really unbeknownst to us, was a fan of dance and knew who a lot of us dancers were because they watched music videos. And that's one thing that's really surprising throughout my journey. It's like Prince knew who we were and Janet knew who we were because they watched their competitions. So you think that they're only watching the artists. They're watching the background. They're watching the concepts. They're watching the dancers. Like Hammer knew who everybody was. So we get in, we audition, I book the gig. We're in rehearsals for like 2 weeks, but we don't get to see Michael until like the day or two before we're actually supposed to go to set to shoot. And when Michael comes in, his Remember the Time don't look like our Remember the Time. Our shit was killed. It was like, yay. Michael was like, hey, ha, hey, ha. He was like, whoa. Oh, it's supposed to look like that. Okay. So we had to like go back and rehearse, kind of get tight. And then the next day it was on and pop and we get to set. And this is like the first time, you get to Universal Studios and the big gates and everything. And you know that they're not going to escort you off. Like your name is actually on the dressing room door and you have clothes with your name on it. And you're not there for like a tour around the lot. And it was surreal because Iman had all her supermodels there. Magic had all his NBA people there. John had all his film and TV people there. Janet came by and other musical artists. So it was like a who's. And I swear, even if we had a camera then, and we had the little disposable ones, but if we'd had like social media and stuff, then it would have been like a who's who of who. And we had to sign a contract that was like the size of like the phone book. Don't Michael, don't ask many questions or whatever. But what tends to happen is artists always want to hang out with the dancers. We're the cool kids because we're usually in the corner, just like you see the MCs battle rap and the dancers in the corner, freestyling, battling, working on new stuff. And that's where everybody kind of wants to hang out. So we don't want anything from them. We just want to do what we do. And he would hang out with us and just, to hear Michael curse, be like, fuck that man. And be like, Michael, just because you forget that these people are human. And I think it's like it kind of wears off after the first 30 minutes. And then you're like, all right, this person's human, whatever. And you just kind of become, friends.
Wow, that's amazing. You're right about that. Like people, a lot of fans don't understand that, man. Celebrities, they get sad, they get happy, they get disappointed, they cry, they get sick, they die. They humans too.
It's
But
true. The only
wow.
thing that
Mhm.
separates us from them is the size of their paycheck and their actual occupation and the platform of people who adore them. Other than that, we both get sick the same way. We pee the same way. You got chores to do around the house, laundry, whatever it is. Shit's the same. People are the same.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I'm a world traveler, but I've been to Egypt. Later in life, I went, as an adult. I've been to Egypt maybe 7 or 8 times. I take groups out there and stuff. So that's always one of my favorite videos. I love watching that video because in our community, we watch movies and we're not represented like that. So that was
Right.
like groundbreaking to see, all black cast like that. And then you got to dance with the King of Pop for sure.
It was magical. That's what little girl dance dreams were made of. And you're just like, it's just,
Mhm.
I'm still to this day, I pinch myself that, it's that it happened and that it's like still around and still one of the most revered things. And, it's a blessing.
Yeah, definitely blessed. But you earned it though with the hard work.